Hey, thought I'd leave you a video since we can't FaceTime, and you might be missing my face. You'll have finished up by the time you see this, and I'll still be sleeping. Hopefully beyond 7 a.m. Wishful thinking. I hope your shift went well today. Well as it can go. You're not in your car watching this, are you? If you are, stop this video. Now, Frank. Do not look at any messages on your phone. Drive home, have a shower, eat something substantial, and then you can do all your catching up. I'll still be here when you're ready. You have to look after yourself, and sitting in your car for 30 minutes after your shift is not taking care of yourself, okay? You said it yourself. You've never enough time, so go home. And if you're already home, then just ignore what I just said. We miss you. Dad misses you. He's always asking for you like 10 times a day. We were all out tonight clapping for you. Lily was out with a ladle and a pen. Nathan's choice of instrument was bashing the brand new 50-quid lightsaber. Yes, his birthday gift, off one of the plant pots at the front door. Dad came right out on the street, shouting your name over the clapping, telling my neighbors all about his son, the medic, saving lives. They're very sweet to him, even though he tells them the same thing every day. They do that thing where they act like it's new information. It's very good of them. Today was really hard. Sorry. That is so selfish. You're out there putting yourself at risk and doing so much. And I'm here, safe at home. And I can't even do that right. I shut myself in the utility cupboard today. I was on calls all morning to work. And when I got off, it was chaos. The kids were hungry and screaming. Dad was complaining he had his lunch by now if he was still in his own house. I said to him, Dad, there are no carers. With lockdown, they are short-staffed, remember? And he just looked at me with that blank expression he has when you know he's forgotten. I felt terrible. I'm the one who brought him to live with me. The upheaval, his routine change, and he doesn't know why or what's really going on in the world. He just goes along with it. And all I do is get frustrated at him, then take it out on the kids. You know, he's been telling them the little tales he used to tell us. Nathan loves the Lunar New Year animal race because he's the rat who won, and Lily is drawing pictures of Jade Rabbit on the moon. I can't believe I haven't told them those stories before. So I had this idea for lunch. I thought we could have bao buns and we could all make them together. Dad could tell more stories to the kids. They could learn more about their granddad's culture and heritage. Experiential homeschooling. What a brilliant plan. So we get out the flour and yeast, and Dad starts telling the story of the Monkey King. You remember that one? It was your favorite. Lily is out measuring the water. I'm getting all the ingredients together, and Nathan is he's just loving the story. He is acting it out with his lightsaber in his hand. The Monkey King is obviously a Jedi. If I had my phone at that point, it would have made an Instagram-worthy photo. It was all going so well. I turn my back for a second to get the salt, and all I hear is this crash. I turn around, and there is flour everywhere. Nathan had swung the lightsaber, and the packet of flour exploded. It is in Dad's hair, Lily's bowl of water, on the microwave, all over the table, and on the floor. The vegetable oil is dripping all over the worktop, and Lily is now crying because the flour and oil have mixed into a sticky glue and is all over her cooking station. Dad is yelling at Nathan, and I just can't take it anymore. Any of it. I tell them I'll get more flour, and I walk out the room. I get to the utility, and I close the door behind me. I can still hear them shouting and crying and yelling, and I slowly sink down the wall to make myself as small as I can. It's all noise. It's all one big noise. And I haven't felt like this in a long time. And it takes me back to the flat at Saracen Street. Do you ever think of that place? That flat we shared with the Lee family, who were our cousins, supposedly, but we never really saw them after we moved out. All of us, you, me, Dad, Mom, Annie, and Dano, all crammed and huddled up together in a tiny apartment with another family, while Dad was out working all the hours he could to get by. He would work nights in the takeaway below. Remember, we always had prawn crackers for breakfast. Daniel said he could enter the Guinness Book of Record for the most prawn crackers eaten in a minute. I think he was about 5 at that time. We were older. We knew what was going on. You always say to me, when you grow up, you'd get a proper job and not have to come home all tired and sweaty all the time. I'd say I buy a big house, a mansion, just for me, so I could have the space for myself, and it would be so quiet. Silent. I thought it would be, I don't know, nice having Dad here. We could connect, father and daughter, just like when I was a child. But he was never really around, was he? We never talked back then or spent any time together, just the two of us. There were always things in the way. People, house moves, new jobs, new schools. There was never any quiet time. Just all noise. Well, I've got a house with a utility room. Well, it's really just a big cupboard, but still, I kind of made it. And you, well, you wear a uniform. And you probably smell of hand sanitizer. So, you win some. I sat in here for as long as I could. There was no more flour, but I already knew that. I counted to 10, breathing in and out slowly. I made my way back to the kitchen. I could still hear them. No shouting or screaming. It was still loud, but a different noise. I walked in, and there's Dad, still slightly powdered in flour, drawing outlines of animals on the worktop. Lily is laughing at Granddad's fat rat, and Nathan is making little piles of flour into Star Wars sand dunes. Dad looks up and asks if I'm okay. Tells me I'm working too hard. I smile and say I'm fine. We gather up the flour that still looks edible and we make the buns. They turned out lumpy and nowhere near as good as you can make them, but you know, they were alright in the end. Yeah. Alright in the end. That's how we all turned out, eh? Later, when I manage to chase the kids up to bed, Dad starts asking if we're going to the theater soon. I told him, soon. He then talks about opening the shop for Mom and Dad, and if we have time, he'll ride his bike down to the sea for a swim. And I know at this point he thinks he's having a conversation with his sister. He thinks he's back in the home country he was born in, thousands of miles from here. I go along with it. It's happening more often, but it's manageable for now. I got a message from the manager at shelter housing. They said they're going to reinstate Dad's care package as of Monday. He'll get 3 care visits per day. I told Dad he can go back to his house next week if he wants to. He said he would like to sleep in his own bed. He said it's been really nice living with me, but it is all a bit too noisy for him. Can you believe it? Anyway, I just thought to give you an update on how we're all doing. I hope you're okay. Send our love to Steve. Let me know when you're off next. Nathan and Lily want to video call you. Bye, friends.